Hare Krishna, welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote, followed by Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit. Thereafter, Her Grace Sadhu Sevani Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Holiness भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामामृता, the nectar of the holy name. Krishna is easily attainable by chanting Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna screen.
Hare Krishna is Krishna consciousness means always living Krishna. Hare Krishna.
The screen is not visible.
Oh, I will.
Yes, please start, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Krishna is easily attainable by chanting Hare Krishna. The Krishna consciousness means always living with Krishna in a spiritual planet. Because we are conscious of Krishna, we are already living with him. We simply have to wait to give up this material body to go there. For one who remembers Krishna without deviation, he is easy to obtain. Tasyam sulabha partha. I become very cheap for them. For one who takes to Krishna consciousness, the most valuable thing becomes very easy to obtain. Because one is engaged in bhakti yoga, Krishna becomes easily available. Why would we try to so hard to attain Krishna when Krishna himself says, I am easy to obtain? We have only to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, 24 hours daily. There is no fast rule and regulation. We can chant in the street or on the subway, in our home or in our office. Neither expenditure nor tax. The path of perfection. Prabhupada quote, 5th August. Habit is the second nature, so practice. Detroit, August 5th, 1975. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was often traveling and Abhay was busy with his family and business. So to arrange another meeting was not possible. Yet, therefore, from their first encounter, Abhay had considered Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati his spiritual master, and Abhay began thinking of him always. I have met such nice, saintly person. Whenever possible, Abhay would seek out Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's disciples, the members of the Gaudiya Math. As far as Gandhi, as far as Gandhi's movement, Gandhi had suffered a bitter setback when his involvement followers had blundered and committed violence during protest. The British had taken the opportunity to arrest Gandhi and sentence him to 6 years in jail. Although his followers still revered him and nationalist movement lost much of its impetus. But regardless of that, Abhay was no longer interested. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had defeated his idea that the nationalist cause was India's first priority. He had invoked Abhay's original Krishna consciousness, and Abhay now felt confident that Bhakti Siddhant mission was the real priority. Srila Bhakti Siddhant had invited him to preach, and from that moment, Abhay had wanted to join Gaudiya Math. So, as one of Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati disciples. But now, instead of his political inclinations, it was his family obligations that stood in the way. He was no longer thinking, let us first become the independent nation, then preach about the Lord Chaitanya. Now he was thinking, I cannot take part like others. I have my family responsibilities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Bhagavad Gita 11.18. Tvam akshara param veditvam, tvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam, tvam avyaya shashvata dharma gopta, sanatanastvam purusho matame. Translation: You are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.11.8. Nasmat kulochitam tata karmay tat sad vigarthitam vadovad upadevanam arabdhaste akritain nasam. Translation: My dear son, the killing of the sinless yakshas which you have undertaken is not at all approved by authorities, and it does not befit our family, which is supposed to know the laws of religion and irreligion. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 4.148. जगन्नाथेर सेवकयत यते कामहांत सबक कैलापुरी गोपाल वृत्तांत. Translation: Sri Madhvendra Puri told all the servants of Lord Jagannath that all the great devotees there the story of the appearance of Sri Gopal. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. श्री श्री राधाराज बिहारी भगवान की जय, ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय, संवेद भक्त वृंद की जय, हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. So these shloks come in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Tasyaham sulabham partha. This where Lord speaks about the different yoga. And then Lord says, but who is constantly remembering me? I am very easily available for them. They do not have to practice the yoga system like other people. But who is constantly remembering me? I am very easily available. And this is what Srila Prabhupada speaks today. The destination of the soul is to go back to the spiritual world. The destination is somehow revive his consciousness and get out of the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Chakra. Unless and until we do not go back to the spiritual world and become das dasanudas, we will be rotting here in the 84 lakh species for another millions and millions of years. And Lord has given a simple way to get out. Constantly remember me. And how one can constantly remember? By practicing constantly chanting of the holy name of the Lord. That is what we have to practice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There are three types of habit: Tamasi, Rajasi, Satvik, and Shuddha Satvik. When you give the higher taste to your mind and your senses, then you can leave the lower taste, lower habits. So that's why a practice is required. Srila Prabhupada says we have to give the higher taste in the form of kirtan, katha, prasad, association. Then only we'll be able to leave the lower habits which are coming because of our past karmas and past life. Otherwise, without practicing an association, abhyas and vairagya. Vairagya is also required. Lord says, if you want to train your mind, two things are required. What is that? Abhyas. And that is what is called we practice and vairagya. Then only we can change a habit. Otherwise, it's impossible. Here, there is one shloka in the Shastra which says, Lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi. Sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha. Lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhyo. Perfectly fits to Srila Prabhupada. How that 2 hours of association with Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati had a very strong impact in his mind, that even though after that he had no association with Bhakti Siddhanta, because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati being sannyasi was traveling throughout. And here he was a businessman, a family man. He was more busy in that. So even though many times the arrangement was made, but it was not possible. But now that Gandhian, Srila Prabhupada was a Gandhian, follower of a strong Gandhian. And Gandhiji was then arrested and kept for 6 years. Now we could understood that the priority is the soul, not the body. The priority is to invest on liberating the souls and taking back to the spiritual world. Because the bodily things will change. Today somebody else is ruling, tomorrow somebody else will rule. That will go on in this Dukhalay, and that will go on in this Anitya Sukham Lokam. So that he understood. And now he wanted to join the Gaudiya Math, but now another problem. He was a family man. He was a businessman. So how can he leave that? It is not possible. Huh? So he was in confusion. But the inside association had ignited in the heart of Srila Prabhupada, huh, that he wanted to join Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj movement and spread the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because this love and love message and chanting, this is the only way the people can get out of their karma bandhana, the people can get out of the miseries. Otherwise, superficial, on the bodily level, if you try to solve the problem is inside the mind. Lord says our mind is our biggest enemy. Nobody else is our biggest enemy. So the treatment has to be done of the mind. Hmm? So that is what Srila Prabhupada got, you know. And from here in Bhagavad Gita, Tvam aksharam param veditvam, tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam, tvam avyayam shashvatam dharma gopta, sanatanastvam purusho matome. Again and again, it is you who are param. Please keep the shloka. Uh, please the shloka. Huh? He says, you are the param veditvam. It is you who are the nidhana of the Vishwasya. You are the eternal Dharma Gopta, and you are the Sashvata Purusha. After seeing the Virat Rupa of the Lord, these are the statement Arjuna is making. Very beautiful stutis. These are called as very beautiful stutis that one should learn while reciting and pray Because the more we know about the opulence, our bhakti becomes more stable and sthira. Please go further. Here, Lord, through Swambhu Manu, is giving instructions and telling that this killing is not authorized or approved by the authorities. And it is not befitting to your family who knows what is religion and irreligion. This is how Dhruv Maharaj was convinced. So sometime, in Bhakta, we being Bhakta, we have to take guidance of the senior people, whether we are actually following. And that's why reporting is very important in Bhakta. And by that, we can correct ourselves, hmm, whether we are going on right or wrong way. Last, um, Madhavendra Puri told the servants of Jagannath Puri, all the great devotees there, the story of the appearance of Sri Gopala, that how Gopal appeared in Vrindavan and how he told that I am getting very hot and please take me out and install, and how the Abhishek happened. So this is called Bodhayante Parasparam. The devotees speak amongst themselves about the topics of the Lord, and that is how they get satisfaction. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna